Hi, this is Lee Andrews at Playing Dirty with Fire down in South Carolina, USA. This is kiln opening number 3. Okay, this is a pumpkin platter made with the vinyl placemats and dried on a hump mold. I used 1446 Sunrise, and then I added stripes of pearl white 1431, and I added them up higher so that when the glaze melted, it came down, just to give it a little pop. The stem is SW 174 leather, which is brown, but it came out a blue-green color, which is kind of cool. And on the back, I used colored slip and mixing clear C11. And this here is this guy that got stuck, and I'll have to grind that off, but this one came out really nice. This is 1447 Bougainvillea, and in the center is pearl white 1431, and I really like how pearl white is working with the new floating glazes. Pearl white is a floating glaze, and I think it looks better than using the PC17, which I've done in the past. This is a fruit bowl that I made. I made it to fire it twice. My idea behind it was I was going to put PC17 from the bottom to about here, and then I was going to add reactive red, which is 1197, and soft red, which is 1521, in the middle, and then I was going to fire it upside down like this, and then everything would run down, which it did. And then after the first firing, I reglazed the top in honey flux, and then I added reactive red. And the reason I only added reactive red is because the soft red really burnt out. You can't see it, you can just see the reactive red. And I fired it again. And it looks neat, but I don't think it was necessary. I think I could have just glazed it with honey flux and then added the reactive red in different places, and I would have gotten similar results anyways. This is a cake dish set. I got onto the glazed chip trend. I didn't collect my glazed chips. I actually cheated and I made them. I took saran wrap and I glazed the saran wrap, let it dry, and then I crunched up the glaze and it made little chips. So I used, for the chips, PC59 deep fire brick, C65 Tangelo, C60 Marigold, C49 Rainforest, and the background is C10 Snow. I used C1 Obsidian and C11 Mixing Clear, 50% each, and I painted on the trunks and the branches. Then I spurted water onto the plate, and then I just dribbled the chips over the areas that I wanted them to be on. I think they look great. The PC59 deep fire brick, they're a little big, they're a little overpowering, but it looks like fall. These are some bee mugs. I've been looking for some nice combinations to use for bee mugs to sort of give off the warmness of honey without being so literal. I like to have some contrast with the colors, and I think these three are good options. What these are is they are not underglaze transfers. They are actual rubber stamps. I took off the wood blocking, and then you take your underglaze and you roll it on with a roller, sponge roller, and then you apply it to your bisque piece, pinch it down without making it move, pull it off, and you get this image. And then I just took celadons and colored in the colors on the image. I got this idea from Michael Harbourage from Learn Fired Arts. If you look that up, you can look up his video called Stamping on Pottery, and he'll show you exactly how to do it. It's really easy. I've never tried under glaze transfers. I think I'd like to, but this is working for me right now. So anyways, this is Buttermilk up here by Speedball. And as I've said before, the Speedball glazes are really stable. They don't move. So I ended it right here. I extended the Honey Flux PC17 a little bit above, and it did pull it down a bit, which is nice, but it's very stable. But I like this here with the Honey Flux breaking over the texture and leaving the buttermilk behind. This one here, unfortunately, it ran into the design, so I think I'll put less right here next time. But I really like the color. Look at the handle. And that is Ferric Favor by Pottery Supply House. And that's ×3 on top, and then only 1 times Honey Flux on top. And the rest down here is ×3 with the Ferric Favor. I think less might be better. I'll only do 2 coats. But look at the color here. It's so nice. And the last one is Birch SW131 and Wrought Iron SW111. So birch is 3 times all over, and wrought iron is just 2 times on the top part here. And I like how it breaks and gives the different colors. These are my spicy pigs because at my age can't have salt. I just use a little spoon, looks like a tongue. And the first one here on the right is Alabaster SD106 with SW198 rose quartz on top. The one in the middle is Obsidian C1 and Snow C10. And the one on the left is Alabaster SD106 with just reactive red on the lips and the ears. I also think I put reactive red on the inside ear of the black and white one. The liner glaze is Coyote Gloss White. And they're really cute. This is a refire. Originally it was C1 Obsidian with drips of Pottery Supply House, Plum Perfect, Magenta Magic, and Red Onion. I refired it because I don't think I applied enough of the Pottery Supply House glazes onto it. They sort of burnt out a bit. So I added 1447 Bougainvillea and 1448 Shallot. And if you look at these colors, they don't look like Shallot or Bougainvillea. I think they reacted with the Pottery Supply House behind, but I think they came out really, really sharp. This is a wine whiskey cup, and I'm using it because I saw Florian Gatsby make whiskey cups, so I just made it a little bit thinner than in here than he did, and it's really comfortable to hold. The baby finger tucks in underneath, and it's good for kids because it doesn't topple very much, and it's awesome for doing glaze combinations because the slope here kind of slows them down, and then if they need room, they run down on the bottom. Okay, these are John's pieces that came out of the kiln, and the first one is the Galaxy, and it is C1 Obsidian ×2 Smoky Merlot, which is PC57, Indigo Float PC23, and Seaweed PC42. These two are the same, and they are SW152 Blue Splatter, Blue Splatter Wear, and SW100 Blue Surf. And I think that is a pretty cool combination. This one's doing the same technique with the blue splatterware SW152, and it is paired with SW189 Cenote. And look at the inside. That is pretty cool. I don't know where he gets these glaze combinations. I don't know if he just goes into the glaze room and starts hunting, or if he's seen this online, but he comes up with some pretty cool things. This guy here is SW101 Stone Denim and SW100 Blue Surf. Pretty neat. And this one here is just Amaryllis SW192. Now this last one is really neat. It is SW158 Lilac Matte and Magenta Magic from Pottery Supply House. Now John has a habit of being a little thin on his glazes, so I think if he thickens these up, it'll really be spectacular. But look at that color. That's a nice pink. It is gnome season. I made some of these last year for the Christmas markets, and as soon as I put them on the shelf, they were gone. And I found what I can use all those ongobes that I bought for, and that's for the beards. This is the brown ongobe, and it has a clear glaze on top, which I believe is the C11 mixing clear. And then these two don't have the clear glaze on top, and I think I prefer it without the clear glaze. So the top one here on the right is PC16 Purple Crystal with Mayco's Dark Flux. I don't really like the dark flux on the Purple Crystal. It just went matte. I think I'll try PC17 on it next time. But he's cute. And this is PC42, which is Seaweed over C21 Sky. And then this one down here is actually a refire, but look how pretty that is. However, it ran so bad. Refires happen that way. That's why I had a cookie on it. I should have had the raised cookie in between. It would have came out better, but that's all right. I'll fix that up. So it is originally was SW214 Micro Pearl, only 1.5 times, and then it was SW216 Micro Jade 1.5 times, and I don't think I put enough on. I was afraid it was going to run, but it was just very dull. It wasn't very exciting at all. So I added Ferric Fever over top from Pottery Supply House, thinking that it wasn't going to run. I was wrong, but it came out really pretty. And inside this one is just the satin Coyote dinnerware liner. Okay, these are my red heads. This is the red ongobe beards. This is with mixing clear C11 from Amaco over top. This one is just left raw. On this one here is green tea SW 108 and then CO6 Supernova on top. Supernova or the CO glazes don't really play well with a lot of glazes, but it worked here. Gave some blooms on the back, and it ran inside. I tried to keep it out of the inside, but it came down off the top. I think that looks nice. And then this one is, again, Galaxy, but I think I applied too much seaweed, so it's Obsidian, Seaweed, Smoky Merlot, and Indigo Float. These are the speckled buff ongobes. This is the one with mixing clear on top. And these ones are just raw. Okay, the one on top here, this is SW 217 microcelarian. 1.5 times, and then SW 214 micropearl 1.5 times. Dripped a little bit, not bad. What I like about these gnomes is that this ledge does prevent a lot of the dripping, and it gives you the opportunity to try different drippy combinations without it going down too far. This one here is Dragonstone by Speedball, and I really like this glaze. That is cool. And this is just snow here. And the last one is Black Matte by Pottery Supply House. And I really like this one. It's just nice and simple. So these are the black ongobe beards. This is the one with mixing clear on top. And this is without a clear glaze. Just left raw. This guy here is SW 214 Micro Pearl 1.5 times and SW 199 Purple Ash 1.5 times. Again, I did one coat and then to here, then one coat and then to here. Inside this one is just the Coyote Gloss White Liner Glaze. This one here is Red Onion by Pottery Supply House. And the one on top is SW 508 Black Gloss. So let me give you a close-up. These are test styles of the ongobes. So I took Speckle Buff and I mixed it with the dark brown. This is 50-50, and this one is 75 speckled buff, 25% dark brown. And it's getting close to the toasty brown that I like, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm going to try to add a little bit of red and some more speckled buff to see if it gets me that color. This is 75% speckled buff and 25% black ongobe, and that's 50-50. So it's cool that you can mix and match them to get different colors. Okay, more tests with the black ongobe underneath using the floating glazes. So this one here is pearl white, 1431. They're fired flat. I really like the black line that appears around the edges. It's kind of neat. This one here is 1435 sangria. This one's interesting, not what I expected. It is 1436 kimchi. This is 1446 sunrise. 1447 bougainvillea. 1448 shallot. 1449 floating turquoise, which is my favorite. 1452 Spanish moss. Oh, sorry, that's 1450 morning glory. This is 1452 Spanish moss. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.